Family, what's up? I'm so happy that you could join me here today. What's up? What's up? What's up? Please check on in wherever you're calling in from, wherever you're tuning in from. Hey, family, which city, which state? Just knock it in below. If this is your first time, hit the number 1. If your second time, hit the number 2. I'm just excited to see you. Who am I? I'm Dr. Cassandra Enriquez, also known as Coach Cass, America's go-to love doctor. What's up? I'm the love coach and matchmaker with InspireMany.com. Hey, so today, what are we talking about? Now, many of you have seen the show Being Mary Jane, right? So how many of you, if you've ever seen the show Being Mary Jane, hit the number 1. If you've never seen it, hit the number 2 so I know where we are, so I can give you a little bit of background if need be. All right, so I see that Sabrina has seen it before, Lachelle has seen it before, Amanda. So okay, so so let me just give you a little background on Being Mary Jane, so we're on the same page. If you're just tuning in, what's up? I'm Coach Cass. I've been featured in Black Enterprise, Fast Company, Women's Day, Centric TV. I've had my own television show, Fiscally Fit, author of Invest in You. So much to say, but really I'm here all about the love in your life. You are why I'm here. Okay, so let me tell you who you are, who I'm here to talk to. But in the meantime, hit the share button, okay, because we're going to have some juicy conversations where we could have a little back and forth. So I want to make sure that your peeps know and you don't let them miss out, okay? So hit share, hit share, hit share. Hey, Michael out in Dallas. Ooh, Michael's tuning in. What's up, Michael, Lachelle, Crystal, Sabrina, Aisha? Hey, I feel like I'm about to start singing. Hey, guys, I'm Coach Cass. Thank you for tuning in. So, who am I talking to? The successful single woman who's all about her business, right? You're doing well in business, but somehow love hasn't worked out. Girl, you've got everything but a man, essentially, just like Mary Jane. And if you've never seen the show Being Mary Jane, let me give you a little background, a little insight. So Mary Jane is an individual who is doing very well in her career. She's a news anchor. She did the right thing. She went to school. You know, she got her degree. She's making over 6 figures. She drives a Tesla. You know, she hangs out with her girlfriends, but she keeps making the wrong choices when it comes to men, doing really well in her career. But the men area, it's not working out. Anybody ever identify with that? Hit a 1 if you know somebody like this. Hit a 1 if you know somebody like this. I need to see the number 1 if you know someone that's just like Mary Jane. Now, I know it's not you, right? So it's somebody else, right? Somebody else. We'll just say it's her over there. So that's Mary Jane. So we're talking about the Being Mary Jane syndrome. And I really want to help bring light to this because I find that so many women, right, are that successful single woman. Oh, Aisha straight up. She said, that's me, girl. Okay. Doing the darn thing. She's having a good time when it comes to love is just not working out. She's doing really, really, really well when it comes to business, but not when it comes to love. If you're just tuning in, what's up? I am America's go-to love doctor, Coach Cass. I'm a love coach and matchmaker with InspireMany.com, and that's Inspire Many, MANY.com. People say I talk really fast. I just wanted to slow that down for you, right? So, okay, so all these ladies know about what it is to do well in business, but not too well in love. And for some reason, her family is always calling on her, right? She has Niecy, she has her brother, she has her parents, she has her girlfriends. All these people are always looking to her to solve their issues. If you ever have that situation, does your family lean on you? Hit the number 1 if your family is always looking to you to get the answers, whether it be loan me some money or I need some help, or do you have some advice, or come volunteer for this. Your sorority sister needs to help move. Are you the person that is always getting asked to do stuff? If you are, please hit the number 1. And just for those of you who are watching the replay, I want to let you know, pay attention, okay? Pay attention, because during this wonderful, wonderful live stream, we're going to be talking about the 3 items, the 3 the 3 signs of the Being Mary Jane syndrome. Okay, we're going to go over the 3 major signs of the Being Mary Jane syndrome. So are you stuck being Mary Jane? And there's a syndrome to this, okay? And we need to diagnose it, and then we need to cure it, okay? So if you want to be cured, hit the number 1. I need you to hit the number 1. Even in the replay, I need you to hit the number 1. And yes, I'm going to share with you how you can cure it through working with me in our Manifest Your Man Masterclass. And that's going to be towards the end of the live stream. So you have to pay attention. You have to stay tuned in. So if you need to use the bathroom, hurry up and come back. If you need to get a drink, get it now, because we're going to get started. Be a difference maker, right? All right. So here we go. So being Mary Jane is always the individual that would, like, her family calls on her friends call on her sorority sisters, her job. She's always the person to say, okay, I'll help you out. Okay, I'll do it. And it gets really, really tired. Okay, I need you to hashtag Being Mary Jane if you know what I'm talking about. Hashtag Being Mary Jane. And if you're watching the replay, you hashtag Being Mary Jane too. Okay, so we're going to go over point number 1 in just a second, but I need you to share in order to get the first sign of the Being Mary Jane syndrome. Go ahead and hit the share button. If you're just tuning in, hit share, like. Where's the hearts? I need to see some hearts. Let me look on my cell phone here to make sure that everything's coming through properly. I need some hearts. I need some shares. I need to see the hearts and the shares, guys. Where's the hearts? I need you to heart it up, like it up, heart it up, like it up, heart it up, like it up. I need the hearts, I need the hearts, I need the hearts. Okay, so let me make this live, but turn it down. So let's get those hearts and those likes going. Yes, there we go. Let me get, oh, thank you for the hearts. I see the little hearts. Do you guys see the little hearts? Oh, they're so cool. Heart it up, like it up. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Coach Cass, America's go-to love doctor. If you're just tuning in, I'm love coach and matchmaker with InspireMany.com. And we're talking about the Being Mary Jane syndrome, the successful single woman who is busy and about her business and continues to put love on the back burner and makes wrong choices when it comes to love because it's just not in the forefront. So number 1, and if you're taking notes, which I hope that you are, okay, I want you to write this down and write it in the chat for those who aren't able to write it, okay? Never settle. Never settle. I want you to heart it up, like it up, heart it up, like it up. I'm just checking my phone to make sure everything's proper because, you know, sometimes things get out of whack, okay? So, never settle. So what do you mean by that, Coach Cass? What do you mean by never settle? Never settle. Never settle, but don't overlook the right man because of your high standards, okay? So there's 2 sides to this. So in the show, Being Mary Jane, you see she continuously has somebody kind of at night, right? So a lot of people well, in the show, they call it her cut buddy, right? So that's her secret friend, her secret lover, a little something, something. And then she kicks him out somewhere before 2 a.m. to make sure that nobody knows and nobody can tell that's who she's with, right? So this is what we say is settling, okay? When you have someone in your space, even though it's for fun, they're in your space. So when someone's occupying your time, no matter how much time it is, you're blocking love, right kind of love, the true kind of love, and attracting the right type of man into your life. So some of y'all got that secret friend, that midnight love, that secret somebody that literally is hindering you from moving forward. He does. He's not helpful for you. And I've had many clients that have had to cut ties with that secret somebody. You know you're out there. You don't have to say anything on the chat for that one. Okay, so there's some of you that have that secret friend. But now in terms of overlooking a man just because of what he does, right? So many of you who are watching right now, you say to me, Coach Cass, I want somebody who's on my level. You know, I'm a businesswoman. I am doing the damn thing. My money is so right. I could, at the drop of the dime, I can travel. I could buy my Louis Vuitton, my Louboutin shoes. I can do what I want when I want. I am independent. Do you know what that means? I'm independent. So in order for me to even entertain a man, I need him to be on my level. So you know what I hear when I hear that? I hear fear. I do. I hear fear. And what that is you have gotten so caught up in material things that you've forgotten the core of what makes a relationship work, if you've ever even experienced it, right? And we could see in the show that literally she really hasn't experienced a true relationship, because in every single situation, it just isn't working. She's just focused on all the wrong things, right? So for you, are you so focused on getting a guy on your level that you don't want to settle, but then yet you are, because you're still single? So you're settling to be alone versus being in a great relationship, because you're basing relationship on bank account. I'm just saying. So I don't want you to settle. Never settle. Never settle. And right now, that's exactly what you're doing. You're settling for the wrong type of thing. Either I'm just going to focus on my business, so then love will come at some point. That's a version of settling. Hello. Or, oh, what do you do? Maybe not. That's a version of settling. So what are you doing in your life right now that would be considered settling? I want you to write that down. You don't have to put it in the chat, but you can if you want to. All right. So what are you doing right now when it comes to settling, when it comes to relationships? Where in your life are you settling? Are you settling to just entertain a midnight love, a little something fling that you know is going nowhere, even though you truly, deeply desire to be in a long-term relationship, a partnership, true companionship, or even marriage? Something deep down inside says you want more, but because this person is here and they work, you settle? Or because your business you can tell and be in control of, you settle? Never settle. Okay? Never settle. So right now, a syndrome of being Mary Jane, okay, is that you're settling in your life when it comes to love. You're not taking action in the right direction, and you're making really poor decisions. Piss poor decisions. Piss poor. Okay? So if you're just tuning in right now, hello. I want you to hit share. What's up, family? If you're watching the replay, I'm Coach Cass, America's go-to love doctor. I'm a love coach and matchmaker with InspireMany.com. And my main focus is successful single women that have everything but a man, period, right? So it's really about working through what's been holding you back when it comes to love, so that you truly attract and manifest the right man into your life. And I've been there, right? So in terms of settling, I know for a fact that I have dated people and said, oh, well, I'm trying something different. And I wasn't attracted to him. Like, just nothing in me was like, this is a good situation. And yet and still I dated the person, and yet and still I was wasting both of our times, right? So you know at times when things are for you and not for you. But sometimes that meter is broken. And for me, my meter was broken. I had to seek help, okay? Just like you should, okay? You shouldn't do this by yourself. Just like you can spend money on a trip and spend money on Louboutins, you should spend money on love coaching. Yes or yes, right? So go ahead and put yes in the chat below so I know that you're with me. Say yes in the chat below so I know that you're with me, okay? So what are we talking about? We're talking about the being Mary Jane syndrome. So this is a woman who is always working, always making the wrong decisions when it comes to love, and not seeing where her hiccups are. She's like totally oblivious. Oh, There's something wrong? I don't understand. Go ahead and hit yes. Thank you, Mahogany. Go ahead, girl. Put yes in the chat. Yes, girl. Put yes. Yes. Hello. Hashtag being Mary Jane. All right. So we're going over to point number 2. Okay. So if you're just tuning in, hit the share button. Hit the share button, guys. Hit the share. Share. Hit the share button. All right, so if you're just tuning in, we're talking about love. Oh, I love it. Catch me here every week. So make sure that you subscribe to our live streams, to our videos, and you hit share so that others can know. Don't keep this stuff to yourself, right? So how do you know that you have the being Mary Jane syndrome? I don't know if you've ever been this person, but you can be quick to get in relationship. Quick. You can be quick to get in relationship. So what does that mean? You're serial monogamist. A serial monogamist. So you start dating someone and you think that this person is it. And I want you to type this in. So I want you to actually type for me. Quick to get in relationship. Quick to get in relationship. Let me know you're paying attention by typing down in the chat below, quick, okay? Quick, or the number 1 if you're driving. Well, actually, you shouldn't be typing while driving, so never mind. Number 1, the word quick, all right? So what do you mean, Coach Cass, you're quick to get in relationship? So quick to get in relationship means, hey, I just met you. This was really nice, and somehow, some way, you get close, right? Y'all know. You can get close rather easy. Nowadays, a kiss leads to sex so quick, I don't even know what's going on, right? I'm just like, what? You just touch my who, and then everything's showing up and showing out. I don't understand. So it's so important. And the fellows who are watching, I need you to tell me, do you kind of judge the female that sleeps with you on the first date? Yes or yes? I need you to write down below so I can see. If you judge a female if she sleeps with you on a first date, if you're looking for something serious, right? If you're not looking for something serious, you're going to say, no, I don't judge her. No, not at all. You lying. Okay. So when you say quick to get in a relationship, you sleep together and you think that something is actually going to happen. Thanks, Rick. Thank you. Yes, you judge them. Okay. So you sleep with this individual and now all of a sudden you think you're in a relationship. No, honey. You are not in a relationship with this person. Not at all, right? You are not in a relationship. You've slept together way too quickly. And we see in that show, Being Mary Jane, that people sleep together, She sleeps with everybody. And, she's not considered a hoe, right? But she does sleep with somebody different like every week. I'm not saying anybody on this live does that. But I'm just saying, you have to be very clear that when you meet someone, you should know their last name, get an ID, meet their mama before you sleep with them. Like, can I get a little background information? Know where you work? I think the last episode I watched, because it's been a minute, she met a guy at a comedy show. She saw him twice, and then they were sleeping together. Then they were sleeping together for a while. And they thought they had something going. And then here she is messing it up, sleeping with somebody else or bringing somebody else back to her apartment, an old guy. Then it's like you don't know how to cut ties, but we won't get there yet, right? So number 2 is too quick. You are too quick. Go ahead and write too quick or press the number 1. Press the number 1 like you got a touch tone phone, but you might be on the phone, right? So number 1, if you know that some folks are too quick. If you're just tuning in, what's up, family? I'm America's go-to love doctor, Coach Cass. I'm a love coach and matchmaker with InspireMoney.com. And if you're watching the replay, listen, we have good things in store, so you have to stay tuned because you need to find out about the Manifest Your Man Masterclass. All right, so here we go. What are we talking about? You have to hit share. You have to hit share. Hit share. Are y'all sharing? Let me check in. Who's sharing out there? Let me get some shares. Some shares. Put some hearts on it. Put some hearts on it. Give me some hearts. All right. So, hey, family. So number 2 was you get too quick. You're too quick. So too quick to sleep with someone, too quick to get in a relationship, too quick to commit, too quick to make a gosh darn mistake, right? I just need you to drink some water, okay? If you see things are going too quick, go ahead and drink some water, right? I remember I went on a date with a guy, and within the first date, are you hearing me? The first date, you know what he said? He said, just to let you know, I'm a nympho. I was like, what? Yeah, just to let you know, I'm a nympho. So if we don't have sex within a month, I don't think it's going to work. Like, this is not going to work, right? So you also have to know where you stand. I'm talking to the ladies who want something real. If you just want some fling thing, then do what you please, do what you want. But for the successful single women that are like, yo, you know what? You're right, Coach Cass. I would like to share life with someone, versus, yeah, it's great to do amazing things, to make big money, to travel the world alone. But how amazing would it be to have a partner, somebody of the opposite sex that I can connect with, that gets me, that loves me, that we have intimacy. That's my number one cheerleader. I'm talking to that woman. I'm talking to that girl. I'm talking to my homies. Okay. So if you my homie, go ahead and press number one. If you my homie, girl, if you know you my homie, press number one. All right. So press number one if you my homie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, kindly. Press number one. All right. So we're talking about being Mary Jane syndrome. So number one, you're settling way too much, okay? This settling thing has to go. And number two, you're just too damn quick, all right? So I need you to calm the hell down. Calm down, all right? Calm down, all right? And so number three, hey, hit share. If you're just tuning in, I'm Coach Cass. Who's my family? I'm so happy to see you. Oh, actually, before number three, I want you to go ahead and hashtag being Mary Jane. They need to know that we're talking about being Mary Jane, okay? Because this show, it's a good show, and it's so authentic, right? She even tried to hire a matchmaker, but guess what? The matchmaker wouldn't work with her because she saw that she wasn't willing to do the work. Understand that I don't work with everyone, So you want to be sure that you want to do the work. And it's not about, hey, Coach Cass, I'm ready to date tomorrow, because I understand that dating is scary. It is. It's very scary in today's day and age. I had a client. She had been married for 2 decades and gotten a divorce. Has 2 college-age children, and wanted to get back on the dating scene, but had no idea. Like, literally, had watched too much television of what happens as a result of online dating and all this stuff. So she was scared, literally, really, really scared. And even though she was doing really well in business, she was just like, I just don't know about this dating thing. I feel like things have changed. Anybody ever feel like that? You feel like dating has changed? Hit the number one. Hit the number one if you think that dating has changed. And it has, right? So has dating changed? Hit number one if dating has changed. Hit number two if you think it's all the same, right? So number one, if it's changed. Number two, if it's all the same. Number three, if you ain't gonna hit nothing watching this thing at any point. Right? So Yana says yes, number one. Exactly, right? So the dating scene has just become different, right? So it's a different way to maneuver. But listen, people are people. And we all want to be loved. There's something innate within us where we want to be loved. There's something within you, okay, that we all yearn to be accepted, okay, that we all want to be loved on, that we all want to just have joy in our lives, right? And that's the same thing that happened to my client, right? So I showed her, right, how to get over that fear of even speaking to a man, of entertaining a man, of spending time with a man without going too fast, right? Because at the same time, a woman's got needs, hey, what's up? And things could get really, my husband's a Kappa, so I could do a little shimmy, right? We got a little shimmy go. Any Greeks in the house? Any Greeks? Hello. I'm an SG Row. Hey, what's up? All right, enough with the hand signs right there before people think I'm doing gang signs out there. I'm not doing gang signs. It's my sorority signs. Don't start with me. Okay, here we go. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Coach Cass, love coach and matchmaker with InspireMany.com, America's go-to love doctor, talking about the being Mary Jane syndrome, the successful single woman. Oh, we got the AKAs in the house. I see you, Mahogany. What's up, girl? So when it comes to this dating scene, and really being able to manifest the right man. Because I understand, ladies out there, that, you're tired of wasting your time with individuals that aren't about their business and aren't serious, and you're like, look, I don't have time. And half the time you feel like men are annoying. I get it, like I've been there. All right. And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Let me tell you a little story just about me. So when in 2007, I was dating a guy, and I just knew that this guy was the one for me, right? So I thought this man was my husband. I thought this guy was the one, right? Have you guys ever thought somebody was the one? Press number 1 if you thought somebody was the one, right? Press number 1. I need to see the ones out there. Put some hearts and some likes and some ones, all right? So if you've ever thought somebody was the one, hit number 1 and hit share. Okay, so I just knew that this guy was the one. And we had been together for some time and built some business together. He made like 5 figures a month. I just knew this person was the one. We did great. We had the same values. So I thought, right? So I remember getting a call on Christmas Eve. And it was a mutual friend of ours. He's like, hey, are you sitting? I'm like, yeah, Merry Christmas. What's up? Merry Christmas. And he's like, hey, well, you know that guy you've been dating? I'm like, yeah, isn't he so awesome? Yeah, that guy is married. What? And now, good Christian girl like me, that's not cool, right? So I was really upset. I was devastated. Have you ever been in a situation where you were devastated, like literally got a call where you felt like the bottom fell out, like your life was absolutely over? Hit the number 2 if you've gotten a call where, right? So I was there with my heart shattered in a million pieces. And I really didn't know what to do or where to go. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, man. I was like, what do I do? So I was single for a little bit, right? But just ended up jumping into another relationship because I was that serial monogamist, right? Just quick, like, just get into the next relationship. And I kept making some really stupid decisions. I was just like, man. And I'd look around at people around me and I'd see that they were getting married and having babies. And it didn't matter what they looked like, right? Because I've had that before. Oh, Coach Cass, you have to be a supermodel. No, you don't, right? Okay. So no matter what they look like, size, weight, height, skin tone, whatever, right? So all excuses out the door. These ladies were getting married and having babies. And I was just like, well, what's up with me? What's going on? Have you ever had that happen where you just like, well, Sharia got married, Alice got married, Holly, Rashida. I don't understand what's going on, right? Oh, Lynn's like serial monogamous. Yes, girl. So over and over again, just into the next relationship. And I was just like, there's got to be more than this. There's something that I'm not doing that needs to be done. There's something that I'm not doing that needs to be done. So I became a student of love. I made that decision to become a student of love. So instead of just focusing just on business, I started to focus on love. So I believe just like you have a business plan, just like you have a weight loss plan, you need a love game plan, right? And you can see the picture over my shoulder, right? So essentially, I was able to build the right foundation in my life through study, through coaching, through therapy, through certifications, through building, through really becoming aware, right? And really seeking help in this area. Because I don't know if you've ever gone to the situation where you had a toothache and it kept hurting and you didn't get the urgent care that you needed. And it ended up being a more serious situation. That's what happened to me, right? I ended up having to get a dental implant. All right. When you ignore stuff, it doesn't go away. It just festers, right? So don't ignore the fact that you've been single for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, however long you've been single. Don't ignore that. Don't just put it on the back burner and say, oh, well, I'm going to pray to Jesus and he's just going to let the man fall out the sky and he's going to come at my door knocking. Do you think a multimillionaire is just going to come knock on your door? The pizza man will come knock on your door. Now, are you giving the pizza man the time of day? You're probably not. You probably just shove the money in his face and you tell him, no, actually you paid for it already. You say, just leave it on the doorstep, right? So you are not giving the man the time of day. So if you don't want the pizza man, where's the man going? Where's the man going to come from, right? So I always hear this, where are all the good men, Coach Cass? I get it. I understand it, and I was able to manifest the right man into my life, I was able to do that. And I started to look around at other successful women where I was, successful single women, and how focused they were on love. They weren't. They said they were, but they weren't, right? So what does your day look like? You go to work, you come home, you might have some kids, so you feed them. You watch your show, you go to sleep. Or you read a book, and you go to sleep. You read your Bible, you go to sleep. And that's like it. You might work out, you might not, right? And that's it. And you're on Facebook. Hey, I know you're on Facebook because you and me are here. We're both here. We're here on Facebook together. So you're on Facebook. So I know what you do, okay? I understand what you do. Oh, and you might pour yourself a glass of wine, right? Being Mary Jane. I understand it. I get it. I was there. If you're just tuning in, what's up? What's up? I'm Coach Cass, America's go-to love doctor. If you're watching the replay, keep listening right now. This is an important part. So where was I? I was in a situation where I was devastated, absolutely devastated, heartbroken. And then I came to the revelation that there had to be more than this. And I took action and I spent money when it came to love. And then now I'm in the most amazing love of my life. And then you can see my most amazing love right now, right? So there it is. That's my baby Ava, right? So now I'm in a beautiful place with a man that absolutely loves me. Celebrated Mother's Day, and I don't want to brag too much so that y'all try and get my man, but I just let you know that he's something awesome and very thoughtful. And it's just essentially what I wanted and what I needed. So what do you want? And what do you need? And how bad does it hurt? I know right now you're like, oh, Coach Cass, I'll focus on that later after I build my empire. But I'll let you know, married folk, they make more money, They're healthier, they live longer, and they're happier. So why wait? Why do it alone? Why do it by yourself? So you can say, oh, this is all mine and that's all yours. Oh yeah, that's going to make a good marriage. Not, right? And for some of you, you're divorced. So that doesn't make for a good marriage. So mine and yours, it's ours, right? Together, building an empire together. Or continue to sit on your couch, pet your cat, pet your dog. Let your dog lick your toes. I'm telling you, it's better if a man does. I'm just saying. So wouldn't it be nice to be in the type of relationship that makes your heart smile, that gets you excited to wake up in the morning, the text that gets you giggly in the middle of the day, the smiles that greet you when you come home? That's what I want for you. I want you to imagine a life in which you have somebody that creates this spark that gives you a little something more to live for, to get excited about, to just say, you know what? I'd rather be home with my family, with my husband, because that's really what you want to do. You both could watch your favorite shows together or fight over the TV remote. And I understand that for some of you, you're like, man, men can be so annoying. It's like somebody else to take care of. I don't want to do laundry. Listen, you're successful. Hire somebody for that. My pastor always told me, don't marry somebody for something that you could hire somebody for. And you could hire somebody for just about everything, okay? So a real connection with a man that gets you, that understands you, that wants to be with you for who you are. If that's appealing to you, I have an offer. I have an offer for you. I have an upcoming 2-part masterclass, and it's going to be virtual, but it's going to be a private class for only 25 successful single women, right? So that woman who's a powerhouse, who's all about her business, who hasn't focused on love, but knows that it's about damn time that you attract the right man into your life. Because doing this thing called life alone, it's cool, it's fun, but it could be better, right? And if you're all about up leveling in your life, you want to be a part of this class, right? So master class, okay? So it's Manifest Your Man, manifestyourmanmasterclass.com. If you're paying attention, type the link down below. Type the link down below. Manifestyourmanmasterclass.com. I'm only accepting 25 ladies. It's a 2-part masterclass. And yes, if you can't make it live, yes, you can get the replay. But for those who take action ASAP, I have bonuses for you. I have an interview with a multi-millionaire mogul who is my mentor, say that 10 times fast, of how she balances love and success. How do you balance building an empire with a family, right? Son and husband. How do you do that? And still keep true to your values and still be on your P's and Q's, because many of us don't want to be stay at home anything. Now, some of us do. Listen, whatever your goals are, hashtag goals, it's all good. It is all good in the hood. All right. So I want you to put hashtag goals and put the website as well. Right. I'm just telling you to type everything. Right. So Manifest Your Man Masterclass. So I need you to go there right now. So I have that as a bonus. I have a Manifest Your Man calendar that you're going to get as a bonus. I have the worksheets that you're going to get as a bonus, right? So you're going to get access to all type of things, as well as 15 minutes private live with me, okay? So you and I are going to have a conversation as well, because I want to know where you are in the situation so we could tailor this to you, okay? So it's so important. Only 25 ladies. I want to keep it right and tight, right? So I need you to get on over there right now, because literally this is a beautiful offer that I crafted just for that powerhouse that's all about her business, but then love hasn't worked out. And she's like, you know what? You're right, Coach Cass. This is something I need to focus on in this year at this time. So let me go ahead and go to the website and make this darn thing happen. It's a 2-part virtual masterclass that we will be live in living color together, you and I, plus 24 other ladies. All right. So for those of you who are absolutely interested, I want you to hit the number 1 so we know that you're interested. Hit number 1 if you're interested. Hit number 1 right now. Hit number 1. Hit number 1. Hit number 1. Hit number 1. Hit number 1 if you're interested in working with me. I'm working with me. Okay. Singing's not my thing, right? So I could be a little silly. Understand that my main focus is you, okay? You deserve the type of love that makes your heart smile, okay? You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Stop playing games, girl. Stop playing games. Just like you have focused on getting your degrees, just like you focused on building your career, just like you focused on getting that cute outfit together, I need you to focus on your love life. And I need you to do it with me, period. That's it. You need to work with me. I'm going to say it right now. You need to work with me so that we can make this thing happen. I want you to be a part. I want to be a part of your testimony. I want you to be like, oh, girl, let me tell you about Coach Cass. 2 snaps and a twist. Yes, girl. Yes. So if you're ready to go, yes, girl. Yes. Go ahead and hit number 1 and make sure that you go to the Manifest Your Man Masterclass.com and secure your seat tonight, honey, because 25 people, then I'm closing it. Okay. Period. I'm closing it. You don't even see the website. That's it. All right. I'm not playing. All right. So moving on. So for those of you who just tuned in, what's up? I'm Coach Cass. Hey, America's go-to love coach, matchmaker, with InspireMany.com. So number 3, in terms of being Mary Jane. So we're talking about the being Mary Jane syndrome. Being Mary Jane syndrome. What does that mean, Coach Cass? All right. So being Mary Jane is a successful single woman that keeps making some crappy decisions when it comes to love. So number 1, she's settling for the wrong guy. Number 2, she's too daggone quick. And number 3, it could come at a price. It comes at a price, right? So, for sacrifice. Yeah. Sacrifice. All right. So number 3 is sacrifice. How do I show this? Okay. All right. How do I show this? Okay, yeah. So number 3 is sacrifice. Sacrifice. And if you're just watching the replay right now, we just spoke about manifestyourmanmasterclass.com. If you want to work with me, if you want to manifest the right man into your life ASAP, you need to go to that website and secure your spot if you're watching the replay, because when the class is closed, it's closed. We're only accepting 25 ladies. All right, boom. All right, so we're talking about sacrifice. So number 3, sacrifice. She is sacrificing herself. Where are you sacrificing? Constantly outpouring, but how do you give back to you? Right? Constantly outpouring, constantly being called on, constantly working, constantly brainstorming, constantly traveling, and it's not always for fun, right? So constantly, how are you sacrificing? Man, it gets tiring, dude. Always sacrificing. Can anybody hit the number 1 if you know? Well, actually, hit the number 2 if you know about the sacrifice. Hit the number 2 if you know about that sacrifice. If you have sacrificed for your kids, if you sacrifice for your family, if you sacrifice for your job, listen, it's about damn time that you benefit, that you get something out of life, right? That you have the type of love that you deserve. It's about time. It is about time. Yes, Sabrina, I'm just saying. Demetrius, I'm just saying. Karen, I'm just saying. Ladies, come on. That sacrifice. I was in a space, literally, where I had a meeting every night of the week. I would work all day. And then I had a different meeting for a different organization, for a different club, for a different church, for a different, well, it's only one church, but you know, I'm a deaconess, I'm a church volunteer. I'm on the board of my university. I sorority commitments. I have, you know, now the baby, right? And then the husband, then you got the, you know, like you got all this stuff. Well, minus the husband. I want to help you get the husband, right? So you got all this stuff. Your mama, right? She needs you to drive you somewhere. Grandma has doctor's appointments, right? So it just becomes this huge sacrifice. That sacrificing of yourself that makes you want to scream. But they continue to call on you because you're the single one, right? Oh, well, she's single. She got the time. Why don't you ask her, right? I want you to get a man so you can have an excuse. No, just kidding. But it's so important that you start to draw the line and have boundaries in your life. You know, unfortunately, I've sent several emails that I had to say, hey, I have to step away from my commitment here because I'm not serving you, and then that doesn't serve me, right? Or I'm serving you too much, and I need to serve myself, right? You deserve more, okay? You deserve more. How many of you agree that you deserve more? Hit number 1 if you know you deserve more. Hit number 1 if you know you deserve more. Hit number 1. I'm just saying, okay? So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the Being Mary Jane syndrome. And so what we've been talking about, number 1, hello, is that you settle. Number 2 is that you're too quick. And number 3 is that you sacrifice. Always sacrificing. Always giving, always doing so much for others that, girl, you need to do something for yourself. For yourself. Point blank and period. You need to do more for you. So, listen, if after listening to this, you have the Being Mary Jane syndrome and you're like, Coach Cass, I need the cure. How do I do this? We need to have a conversation. We need to work together, and you need to be a part of the Manifest Your Man Masterclass. Just is what it is, right? So I specifically, I'm talking to you out there who have, through the check boxes, come to see that, wow, I have the Being Mary Jane syndrome and I need this secret elixir. I need you to head on over to manifestyourmanmasterclass.com and share this video with your friends and family. Hit share right now and hit some hearts and some likes and let them know that this is worth them watching, okay? They need to know that it's about gosh darn time to focus on love, to get this thing called love right, right? You need to hit share. Let me put that there for you. Share, hit share. And if you're watching the replay, I still want you to share. Y'all all need to share, right? Okay, you need to share this. Don't keep it to yourself, because I will be doing ongoing Facebook Lives. So you need to like the Coach Cass page and make sure to subscribe to our live videos so you never have to miss a live, because they're just good. And if you had a good time, I want you to go ahead and press the number 1. If you had a good time, I want you to press the number 1, okay? I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to say thank you for spending the time with me, because I know there's so many other things you could have been doing at this time, in this moment, because you're a busy, successful powerhouse. You got stuff to do. So thank you for spending the time listening to me and spending this time with me, because I understand that your time is valuable. And I just want to say thank you and allowing me to honor you in this way and to serve you in this way, to understand that I'm here to be a part of your family. You know, just consider me like a fairy godmother. You know, I'm here to put that magic fairy dust. So, you know, I really want your problems to go away. I can't make them all go away. Okay, hello. There's just some things that's just gonna be there. But, you know, when it comes to love in your life, I really want to help you get that right. You know, we need that. We need that to get right. Okay, we need that to get right. And if you know you need that to get right, you need to go ahead and join me. Period. All right, family. So, I'm Coach Cass, America's go-to love doctor. I'm a love coach and matchmaker with InspireMany.com. Listen, girl, when your love is right, your money's right. So let's get it tight. Bye. Yay.